Hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. I want to explain a little bit before I dive directly into this video. For one, it took me so long to make a video about my favorite albums of 2021 because, well, one, I did make a video already, but I don't think I really was satisfied with that list. And while the new list that I've made and I'm going to film right now is not entirely different than that list that I previously filmed, it's one that I am way more satisfied with, and there are a few different records on here, and yeah, now I am fully prepared to talk about my top 20 favorite albums of 2021. I wanted to make it 21, but that would have irked me way too much, so I kept it to 20, and yeah, without further ado, let's get started. At number 20, I have Grandbrothers with All the Unknown, a really beautiful post-minimalistic ambient collection of tracks from the duo that just really meld together very well. At number 19, I have Jane Remover under the name dltzk with the album Frailty, a really noisy yet colorful piece of indie-tronica and glitch pop and hyper pop and many things. And at number 18, I have Black Country New Road with For the First Time, a really great debut record from the band. And at number 17, Black Midi coming through with Cavalcade, a hard, proggy, experimental odyssey of a record. And I'm not foreshadowing anything in this, but I do think that if they were to stick with this sound, they would make a way better record. Sitting at our number 16 spot is Lingua Ignota with Sinner Get Ready, a toned down but still a very hellish release from Kristen Hayter, diving into themes of Christianity and just the post-Christianity experience. And at number 15, Black Swans with Repetition Hymns, a very beautiful, lengthy, and intertwined ambient and drone piece filled with a bunch of tape music. In a way, it is very repetitious, but it repeats these very beautiful tones throughout the entire project. And at number 14, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars come together on Silk Sonic with the album An Evening with Silk Sonic, a really nice callback to that 70s, 80s, 90s soul sound. Sitting at number 13 is Backxwash with I Lie Here Buried with My Rings and My Dresses. Diving deeper into the sound of horrorcore and trap metal, Backxwash really just explodes in ferocity on this project, even more so than her previous album. It's hard-hitting, it's in your face, it's dark. Lyrical themes on this record still pertain to the usual of what Backxwash is known for, you know, her identity as a black woman, as a trans woman, etc. Number 12, I gotta give a shout out to Death's dynamic Shroud with Faith in Persona, a wonderful vaporwave album, taking samples from some of the most popular pop songs of last year and this year and many years before it, and spinning them into this wonderful narrative of a record about death. And at number 11, Dispirited Spirits with Fragments of a Dying Star, a beautiful conceptual album that dives into themes of dread and existence and puts it into this very lush and ethereal sound palette that is just undeniably pretty. And we're in the top 10. We're in the top 10, yeah. Starting off the top 10, Porter Robinson, Nurture. An album that grew on me over the year while I listened to it, and even more so after the year was over. An album that I was afraid of and scared of listening to because I had pretty high expectations for Robinson because I really enjoyed Worlds growing up in 2014 and onward. I really loved that record, even though throughout the years it has waned on me because its sound is pretty dated at this point in time. But I was pleasantly surprised listening to this project, and the more listens to it, the more I appreciated and really understood its concept and its idea. Even if it's a very loose concept and idea, I still appreciate what's on this project, the beautiful collage of electronic music and folk music. And I also believe Porter Robinson is growing accustomed to his voice on this project too. He's really finding a voice for himself as well. But yeah, the really nice layering of electronics on this project, the amazing drum work, the really anthemic tunes on this project, I mean, it's undeniable. It's a really undeniable record. Number 9, gotta give it to Spelling for The Turning Wheel, a really beautiful collection of art pop and baroque pop this year. And damn if I am surprised to listen to this project. On first listen, I was just blown away because I just did not expect Spelling to release a project like this. It's dense, it's beautiful, it's extravagant, it's wonderful, it's enchanting. I mean, really, from one track to the next, this project is just very consistently good. I mean, the ideas and sound palette of this record is immaculate. And also the sound design of this project too, it just feels so clean. Color me impressed, because I did not expect to like a Spelling project as much as I do with this album. Really a testament to baroque pop and art pop of the year. It's a really great release. Number 8, God, I love this record. Magdalena Bay with Mercurial World. I've known about the duo since 2019, but their 2020 EP really blew me away. But this record, to me, has just been so catchy. It's so sticky. The pop tunes on this project are just so immaculate, and while I do think, yes, there is some room for growth on the project and for the duo as well, I just find this debut record to be a great testament of their sound. Fun, infectious pop tunes that can really get into your head and just make you want to move, make you want to groove, make you want to I can't deny this project. I really can't. It's just a fun collection of tracks from the duo. Can't wait to see where they go from here. At number 7, McKinley Dixon with the album For My Mama and Anyone Who Looked Like Her. One of my favorite jazz rap releases in a while, and I am really impressed with the overall sound of this project and the overall storytelling and songwriting done on this album too. McKinley Dixon lyrically is a wonderful artist. I think his penmanship throughout this entire project is stellar, and I think the instrumentals are wonderful as well. Themes of existence and growing up as a black individual, as a poor black individual, and also an ode to his mother as well, and I guess anyone that looks like her, because this album isn't exactly about people who look like his mother, but instead who are in the same situation as his mother. At number 6, shout out to Parannoul for the album To See the Next Part of the Dream. Really, really devastating, absolutely devastating shoegaze and emo release this year. I think easily one of the best albums in this vein in a long time. Honestly, also a testament to the genre of shoegaze as well, because this is just an immaculate release. Honestly, one of the better shoegaze releases in, I think, decades. Perfectly mixed, perfectly performed, well written, and dives into themes of depression and existence. Introspection also come along as well, and the vocalist, amazing. All of these ideas coming together for a really great emo release. Coming in at number 5 is a really funky, fun, and infectious album from NYSE, Millenialism. One of the best vaporwave albums I've heard in a long time. The energy on this project is unmatched. It makes me want to move consistently. The first time I listened to this project, I literally listened to it again. Like, I was like, man, I'm gonna listen to this project again because that was amazing. That was wonderful. That was fantastic. Infectious vaporwave music that is a little funky, a little groovy, but also still very cognizant of the genre that it exists in. And the light theme of millennialism that is portrayed across this project is kind of funny too, like many different ideals that play into the millennial lifestyle, such as micro-living and marketplace, Facebook marketplace to be specific, LaCroix, and I guess HDTV. Even if it's not an obvious theme, I still found it to be somewhat funny to kind of, I guess, gawk at. But despite that, this record just overall has an amazing sound to it. It is so infectious, it is so lively, it is so wonderful, and I wish more people would appreciate and love this record just as much as I do, because there are some fun moments on this album. There are amazing moments on this project. Number 4, Japanese Breakfast with Jubilee. Michelle has crafted a wonderful indie pop and chamber pop release. one of my favorites in a while. And I would have to argue this is her best album to date as well. I think it's her most realized project. I think it's her best sounding project as well. And although there's not really much of a theme running throughout this project, I think the songs on here are just well performed, well constructed, well sounding, well everything. I mean, like the designs of the instrumentation, the vocals on this project, the lyrics on this project. I mean, everything just melds so well into a great collection of tracks that runs just shy of 40 minutes. This is indie pop that's far up my alley, and I hope it's up y'all's as well, because this is immaculate, amazing, lovely, precious. Number 3, rap album of the year, Lil Simz, Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. I love the orchestral arrangements on this project and just how loud Little Simz is on a lot of the songs. Whereas Gray Area, while an enjoyable record, I felt as if she wasn't saying it with the amount of energy that she put into the lyrics. The lyrics on the project were amazing, and I actually feel as if Little Simz really found a voice on this album. Not in a way where she was voiceless on Gray Area, but in a way where she is more proud and more pronounced. And the lyrical themes on this project are something to behold as well, because it talks about herself, existence, the UK, etc. There are many different ideas on this project that come together into this lengthy rap album, one of the best hip-hop records from the UK in a long time. And again, I love how large the presentations of many of the songs on this album are. Lil Simz has always been an artist that has had a lot to say, and I don't think she said everything on this project, but she certainly has said a lot, way more than Gray Area. Again, Gray Area is a great record, I do enjoy it, but again, this was the record that I was wanting to see from Little Simz, and I'm glad it's here, right in front of my face. At number 2, an album that really surprised me when I first listened to it, because it's an album that is far outside any of the genres that I really typically stay in. It's a black metal record, an atmospheric black metal record, and that is the new Ethereal Shroud record, Trisagion. Dark, encompassing, and large atmospheric black metal that is mixed so well performed, and just has this amazing feeling of dread and just darkness, layered very well. I think the only problem that I have with this record is the vocal mixing. I wish it was a little bit louder. I wish I heard the vocalist a little bit more. But still, fantastic release. The arrangements on this project are dense, they're layered, the compositions are just immaculate, phenomenal. It feels like there's so much power behind a lot of the instruments. It feels like there's so much intensity behind every single note. And for a 64-minute project, this album runs very quickly. It's a very fast listen. This record sits very comfortably at my number 2 spot. But my number 1 album, my album of the year for 2021, I gotta give it to Arlo Parks with Collapse and Sunbeams. Not only for the way Arlo Parks lyrically just shines on this project, but for also the way this project has comforted me in a way that I really cannot describe. I guess if I were to put it in any way, this album is a very comforting hug that you've needed after a very long and stressful day, a warm blanket on a cold winter night. This album is comfort, it's solace, it's love, it's affection. A medley of different ideas are presented lyrically on this album, between love, a breakup, and just existence. But the way they're backed up by these wonderful bedroom pop instrumentals and Arlo Parks as a vocalist, it just melds so well together, and they all come together very nicely, complement each other in a way that is almost undescribable. I cannot imagine Parks being over any other instrumental other than the instrumentals on this project. And the way that I would describe this album in a word is soulful. This record has a lot of soul in it, and I can feel it with every single line on this project. Even the opening poem on this project, Collapse and Sunbeams, the title track to this project, really shows a very poetic side of Arlo Parks that I'm excited to see in the future. But as of now, this album to me is my album of the year for 2021, has been one of my favorite records to listen to consistently not only between 2021, but in 2022 as well, because I think a lot of the ideas on this project are wide-reaching, and not only that, they're comforting. This record is really comforting to me, and I've loved it ever since I listened to it. Man, this record is amazing. And I wish more people would listen to it and appreciate it and love it for what it is, because I genuinely think this is well-written, well-performed bedroom pop and neo-soul music that is unlike anything I've heard in a while. Seriously, this record is too good, and I am so upset that so many people are either underrating it or underappreciating it, because damn. And with all that said and done, that was my list of my favorite albums of 2021, top 20 albums of 2021. Have you listened to any of these projects? And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. Did you enjoy this video? Did you enjoy my list? Do you agree, disagree? I would love to know your opinions and your lists of records of 2021, even though it's been well over 7 months since that year's been over. Listen, I've procrastinated enough. Please forgive me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Let me know how I can improve future videos down below as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your week, your month, your year. And I hope you are subscribed to the channel as well. That'd be nice. Thank you for sticking with me, even though my absence has been very... But yes, thank you. I will be ending this video now. Bye-bye.